Well, we have exercise 11 here, and before we start, um, if you can, don't torture yourself with something this crazy or modify this slightly. There was a lot of headache put into doing this, and it seems to work pretty well. Let's go to the pseudocode or the flowchart. You'll see how. Let me actually go over to this real fast. Okay, so that's to validate. Make sure you have something correct. And let me just go ahead and zoom out one little bit here. So you can see how crazy this monstrosity is. And all this is we still need to have two decisions and two loops, but we're making our favorite dish, and I probably went a little bit overboard with it, just in case the screen isn't clear enough for you. Make sure this side is done here. That. I'm just going to kind of scroll around this flow chart real fast. You can see like how there's a lot of different decisions and all sorts of crap. So let's start with the pseudocode. I'm asking for how many friends are eating pizza, and because a lot of things can factor into this, there's a lot of different things that can happen, and that's why this is probably way more of a monster than it should be. I'm checking to make sure that you don't have too many people that are asking for pizza because we only have but so many slices, and if you put in a number that is not like it's a zero, then I'm pretty much saying, come on, man, share some pizza with your friends. And if you also, end up typing in a letter, I don't want to allow that either. So that's where it gets kind of crazy. While friends is this, we're going to stay in this loop. And so while it's not a number, make it a number. If your friend, like if you enter a zero or less, share the pizza. Negative numbers don't make sense. And if it's zero, then you're trying to keep it all to yourself, and that's not cool. And then if you've got over 8 friends, because the largest pizza we've got is going to be 8 slices, or yeah, 8 slices, you probably want to, keep it to just your good friends, and then all eat it in the kitchen and go back into the hangout room smelling of pizza and not telling the other people why. And so you're going to ask, what size pizza are you guys going to have? And then while the size is not equal to any of those, then input a correct size. And if the size is large, you're going to make it 8 slices. Slices is a variable, so you're going to assign 8 or 6 or 4 depending on what size pizza you have. And then for each person, we're going to be able to output how many slices you're going to get, so slices divided by the number of friends that are going to be eating it. Then we're going to ask for pepperoni. We're going to validate the decision to make sure that it's either yes or no. While decision is yes, basically is what that's saying, then increment pepperoni, or assign pepperoni to 10, and then we're going to ask pepperoni again, validate the entry, and then each time pepperoni is chosen yes, we're going to add 10 to pepperoni. And so more toppings, validate the entry. If yes, toppings is a Boolean variable, so it's going to be assigned to true, else pepperoni's cool. And then we're going to go into this where we're going to say, okay, start cooking the pizza. I'm going to give the user an option to press enter each time, because they're going to check on the pizza and they're going to press enter because it's not done yet. So 4 minutes starting at 5, and done is going to be 20, I believe. You're going to increment by 5, and so it's going to keep going through the loop until it's done, until it reaches 20, and you have a place to hit enter each time. and then it's going to output your pizza's done. You get however many slices. Each person gets that many slices. And if toppings is equal to true, then we're going to output it's supreme, and there are however many pepperonis on that. And if toppings is not equal to true, then it's pepperoni. There are that many amount of pepperoni pieces. And so that's your validate entry, checking for just yes or no entries. So look that over real carefully. Make any modifications where you see fit. Let's go to the the flowchart real fast. And we kind of went through this. So start, friends, this is all this mess over here is making sure, like it's saying, your entry doesn't make sense. Put in a better value. And so once we do have a better value, input size. So make sure you get the right size if you do. Large, medium, small. I think this is what you would call a single alternative decision statement. And so there's your calculation for each slice of pizza. See pepperoni, input decision, validate. Okay, so if you do want pepperoni, then we're going to keep adding pepperoni. And once you don't want pepperoni anymore, then yeah, so output decision, validate. So if you want more toppings, toppings are true. If not, pepperoni's cool, I guess. There's a lot of good toppings out there, people. Hit the enter key. I just put that in there. I'm not sure if this would actually be a slanted rectangle like it is. But then we've got our for loop to cook the pizza. Once it's done, we output however many slices we get, and if the toppings are true or false over here, and then enjoy. And then this should be stop. So it's quite the monster. I hope you can work with it, or at least simplify it, or each little part of this might give you some useful piece of code or pseudocode or flowchart material that you could use in your answer. But we've got this, outside of the main function. This is just for validating, so I can call this, and I don't want to write that out a million times. There's the variables right there. See, this is the friends area, and it's making sure you type in something right, and once you do, you can go on choosing your size. And then we've got pepperoni, more toppings. I'm not going to get into too much detail explaining all of this. You could code it out and kind of work with it if you want. I explain a lot of different things like this and in other videos like earlier chapters, so at this point it's just so much and I don't want to have the video go on too long. But let's go ahead and run it. And oh, one thing I did want to mention here, let me see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. For some reason, usually I can just have these two lines clear and ignore, and it will stop the program and from running and say you need to enter a number, and it works. For some reason, these two didn't work this time. With this program, they're not working just by themselves, and I'm not sure why, but putting in this while cn.fail parentheses close parenthesis, that seemed to fix the problem. I have the exact same two lines in another piece of code and another program, and it seems to work fine. It's basically sort of the same program, but for some reason it will not work in this one until this is in here. Maybe it has something to do with the if statements. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, let's run it. So I can show you, let's enter an E. Only numbers, please. Cool. Let's do 0. Share the pizza. Okay. Well, I got 10 people here, or no, better yet, 8. We've got 50-50, so 16 people who want, they might want pizza. Yeah, we really don't have enough pizza. Okay. Let's say 8. Let's do medium. No. Let's do yeah, let's do medium. Pepperoni? Yeah, sure. More pepperoni. Yeah. Yes. No, I think we're good now. Yeah, let's do supreme. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. I'm gonna go check again. 15, almost done. 20 minutes. Okay, let's take it out. Cool. You each get 0.75 slice. Wow. Okay, that's going to be some difficult cutting there. But it's supreme, and there are 60 pieces of pepperoni on that pizza. Okay, so that's the program working there. There may be a few areas that are still not really running as best as they can, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of help. And I'll just kind of scroll around a bit real fast. Feel free to pause at any point. Just so you can kind of get a grasp on, all of this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.